You gonna be okay, little guy? Hello again. Welcome to yet another installment on my household robot build. And if you're new here, that's what I've set out to do. Build a useful household robot. Now, lately, everybody's been seeing the new Tesla bots, Unitree, there's a few others. They're pretty cool. But you know what? I ain't gonna be able to afford one. I'm trying to build one that I could afford, or anyone else could afford to build. Progress will be slow. There's a lot of limitations that these big companies just don't have. I want to build a robot that can, well, I don't know, the first thing that comes to mind is clean up the Barbies off the floor before the robot vacuum eats their hair. If you're a parent, you know how it is. Last week, I promised that I was going to get this robot running and moving around on its own. And I did. It's not working great yet, but, steps forward. I finished up the wiring and got this thing so that it could roll on its own. I removed the old point cloud code that would track the rotation of the robot simply by vision alone. It just wasn't efficient enough. Too much processing overhead, and I need those processing cycles for other things. Once that was removed, I added the odometry code in so that it would use the wheels to keep track of where it's moved and how far it's turned. It's not perfect, but this is a good jump forward, and it was time to put it in action. And boy, was I pleased. My little robot sat there and turned in a circle, and while it did, it came out with this beautiful, well, not really beautiful, but, readable point cloud of its environment. It was seeing what it was doing, and that made me very happy. Of course, then I ran into another problem, and that is that sometimes the map would seem to completely clear. I put in some debug code and found out that actually the map was moving by like 1 point something million places. Where was that coming from? It turned out it was an error from my Python code, not really from the code itself. It's just I was using floating point variables. And when I would give it a 0, sometimes it would give it a very small number that's not quite 0. If you've worked in Python, you know what I'm talking about. And that number had so many decimals to it, it was longer than the buffer in my C++ program. So I would get some really out there figures. Once I had that solved, which was just a matter of using the round function, like a lot when I was transmitting data. Now my data was clean. Well, it was kind of messy too. And what I mean by messy is the point cloud was representing the world it lived in, but my world is a messy one. I mean, like things on the floor. I mean, pets. The dog lays back here all the time. Those are the normal things. And then there's the things that, parents deal with, like, how did the suitcase get out here in the middle of the floor? And I started to realize that I can't use the floor for my mapping. I can't map the house and store that map based on the floor. Things change too much. But what is the part of the house that changes the least? Well, it's the corner between the ceiling and the wall. It doesn't collect junk. Yeah, mine collects cobwebs, I just realized. But they stay there a long time. So I've decided that navigation is going to happen about head height for me. I could generously say that I am almost 2 meters tall. But this height in a typical house will allow the robot to see the walls in a height level that doesn't change very much, and it'll also see doorways. Well, so I configured a bit of code to, map at higher levels, and it worked fantastic. Now it was time to make the robot run around, and I was super excited about this. I wrote a really sloppy Python program, and the idea was that it would check up that internal map in its head to find out if the area in front of it was clear. And it would go forward, and it would wander around, turning to try to avoid walls and such. And if it came face up against a wall, it would stop, and it would look around and remap its area and find out the best way to go. This did not work as planned. It should have gone really smoothly. Everything seems to be running right. But the thing just seemed kind of stupid. Sometimes it would get confused by corners, but all too often it would think that there was something in its way when there really wasn't. After a little bit of investigation, I found out, this is delay stuff again. Basically, one program is outrunning the other, and so the robot's perception of the world becomes more and more delayed. So pretty soon, when it's trying to analyze the area it's in right now, it's making decisions based on stuff it processed 4, 5, 6 seconds ago. Well, that's no good. It's utterly confused. And now when I placed the robot back on its test stand, it had really bad anxiety. It's okay, buddy. It'll get better. And that brings you to where we are this week. And for those who have stuck around to the end of this video, I have a little announcement. This fella has a name now. His name is Gort, which is a nod to an old sci-fi movie. So, please like and subscribe. I've had fun sharing my project with you guys. And as always, Klaatu Barata Nikto. Look it up, you'll get it. See you next time.